Temptations, get ready. Coming up the next hour, Kim Marsh chooses her first 2 tracks of my years. The album of the week comes from Jessie Ware. And straight after the news, a song that you might just want to record yourself singing along to. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, your smart speaker, and 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 11 o'clock. This is Catherine Cracknell. The head of the Royal College of Nursing has urged the Health Secretary to put more money on the table to end strikes about pay by nurses. Members of the RCN in England are staging a 28-hour walkout that's affecting critical services such as intensive care for the first time. Pat Cullen said Steve Barclay should start negotiations over a fresh pay settlement immediately, but the government's insisted it's made a fair and reasonable offer. The United Nations is sending its top aid official to Sudan to help coordinate relief efforts after warning the humanitarian situation there's reaching breaking point. The UK is putting on an extra rescue flight today to help British nationals escape the fighting between rival military factions. Isam Faghiri lives near the capital, Khartoum.
Most of the areas there is no water. There is no electricity. There is a problem in the food supply. All the shops are empty now, and others, they are raising the price.
The US banking regulator says the troubled First Republic Bank has collapsed and is going to be sold to JP Morgan Chase. The Californian bank is the third American lender to fail this year. Here's our business reporter, Casey Silver.
After a weekend of negotiations, US regulators announced a deal just after midnight in California on Monday morning. The authorities in the state say they have seized First Republic Bank and appointed a national financial regulator as receiver. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation said JP Morgan will now assume all of the deposits and substantially all of the assets of First Republic Bank. The terms of the sale are not yet known. Shares in First Republic plunged last week after it admitted that customers had withdrawn $100 billion in deposits in March.
A man's been arrested after a car crashed into the wall of Castlereagh police station in East Belfast. He's been questioned on suspicion of driving while unfit and criminal damage. Final talks are taking place to try to avert a strike by Hollywood film and TV writers. They say many are being paid minimum fees under poorer working conditions since the rise of streaming services. Alex O'Keefe, who's a member of the Writers Guild of America, says he and his colleagues are getting a bad deal.
I wouldn't classify all writers as being poor or broke, but I can say myself, I have $6 in my bank account. When I won the award for The Bear on FX, the show I wrote for, I won an award for it. When I went to the award show, the suit was bought by my friends and family. The bow tie was bought on credit. I didn't have any money. I had a negative bank account.
Jamie Oliver and Gordon Ramsay have expressed their shock and sadness at the death of the MasterChef Australia judge, Jocks Onfrillo. He was 46. He was born in Glasgow and worked with chefs around the world before opening his own restaurants in Australia. Police say they're not treating his death as suspicious. And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 11.
Listen live on the BBC Sounds app.